Hi, this is IK. Welcome to React rendering through real script. When functions start, first would be loaded from server to browser index.html. It is in that is important this HTML element, ID root. Index.html call index.js. Here it is. Index.js root object start render method. Parameter of that is browser router object, rooters object, and root individual root object. For home page and path this domain address, first we have home page, and that home page is construct from app React element, blog post menu React element through Outlook, and blog post menu left what we see on app. But always in index is called app component. And calling component is syntax like this. It is calling component, activate component for rendering. And also, here is the blog post menu. Let's go to see app component who begin rendering. app.js start rendering, and it means execution every statement or skip something, depend. Rendering start from top to down, and function app is here. Destructured declaring assignment, posts and set post. Initial value is empty array, and here we will see in console empty array app.js 11 row empty array, because here is the initial state empty array. Rendering go to use effect and skip use effect, because use effect will be activated when initial rendering finished. Go down, and that initial rendering go to blog post menu left rendering, open blog post menu left rendering. Here it is, blog post menu left. That component blog post menu left have properties props post equal posts from this post equal this post. It means when we open blog post menu left, started rendering. Here is a component blog post menu left. Here is parameter posts. What it is value of props. What coming that value coming from parent component app. And here is declaration, destructured declaring. Again, empty initial state is empty array. Declare sorted port and sorted set sorted post function. Sorted post is a state of this block post menu left. And we see in that initial rendering, console log in console, row 7, we will see empty array. Use effect skip in initial rendering, skip use effect, and because sorted post is empty array, there is nothing here, and after initial value block post menu left, let's go back to app to see continue app.js. Here it is, we finish block post menu left, row 7, we see empty array, and go down and outlet, we see block post menu is here. When we click menu, some post, concretely post, through outlet, we will see that single post, block post. But now we have block post menu, not left, but only menu, block post menu, rendered here, block post menu is here. Start rendering down, and the structure assignment, we have post here, post state and set post function for immutable update post. Use state, again, here is empty array and initial value. And skip use effect, go down, there is nothing because post is empty array, and finished rendering block post menu back to block post, back to app.js. app.js continue after this here and here, and finished rendering, initial rendering app. We have in console 3 empty array. After initial component, every component, we have event component did mount. For every of this component, we have component did mount. And that event start use effect hook, but not app.js, then block post menu left, because child must be first rendered. After child is rendered, start rendering of app.js. In this moment, it means that don't start component did mount of app, but start component did mount of child, block post menu left. And let's go to block post menu left to see what happened. Block post menu left. Block post menu left, component did mount, call use effect, and stop alert. We see on the screen alert, a block post menu left, finished rendering. And when we click OK, when alert show, stop processing, waiting that we push button on alert form. And when I push button on alert form, usually complete process continue. And we see now declaration of object sorted equal copy of posts, and the method sorted descending by date. Descending by date, all posts in posts array. Sorted, but posts is empty array because parent app is not activate use effect. Only by activation use effect of app, parents get mock server and would be get full list of array posts and would be here result. But now there is no result. And so set sorted post sorted is moment when we have a re-rendering of component, but this moment have not that re-rendered because it is like a React work. React save resources and memorize this set sorted post and stop processing, not stop, but don't continue process down and activate re-rendering. In that situation, we will see again, we will see in re-rendering, we will see again console log, okay, no, re-rendering, after this re-rendering, we will see again console log sorted post empty array. But no, we don't see that. We see next alert. It is nothing happening down, but jump to blog post menu, activate component did mount, activate use effect. In use effect, and we see alert. After first alert, we see immediately second alert. And Axios.get contact mock server, request to mock server, get array, and set post, activate re-render. But that moment, that re-rendering, we don't see that re-rendering. React stop and remember, okay, in the future, I will re-render it. React construct batch rendering. And we will see alert. I said, we click OK, and don't see that rendering. If rendering exists, we will see this log post now empty, full of. No, we continue and jump to app component back here. App component did mount, and now start calling call use effect, that event call use effect. In that effect, Axios get get data array, and here is re-rendering, and this re-rendering start. This re-rendering start because it is a parent. There is no more alert. There is no more component, and this moment parents start set post always activate re-rendering, but we will see that how batch rendering was constructed after set post this moment after set post start rendering. At first we see rendering what React what React saved. It is rendering, first rendering, blog post menu left. And that rendering React make free, and rendering started, blog post menu left. Because when we go down in app, here is a blog post menu left. And re-rendering what would be stopped now running. And that rendering in blog post menu left show empty array. We will see up because when it was stopped, post in parents would be empty array. After blog post menu left, we have re-rendered of blog post menu. That blog post menu separate contact mock server and full list of arrays visible, and outlet. And after that, re-rendered APP. It is order of alert. Blog post menu left, blog post, and last is APP. APP start re-rendering. Here it is, re-rendering. Because of component did mount, and we said okay after alert. Set post immutable update means that after this we will have full list in array postes, and go down. We now parents now have APP's parents now have a full array post after this, and rendering of APP continue, and we have rendering blog post menu left, but now initial, and blog post menu left initial, again initial, blog post menu left in initial rendering have empty array, because don't activate use effect. Initial rendering not activate use effect, and without use effect there is no full array. Sorted post, and continue down. Here is no initial rendering blog post menu, because that blog post is finished and visible on the screen. There is a data, it is finished. There is only one initial and one use effect. Re-rendering and finished process will be shown in user interface. And after go down, because we don't re-render that outlet, after initial rendering of blog post menu left, would be activate component did mount. Component did mount call use effect, and we see again rendering blog post menu left, and in that moment use effect call create sorted post because exist posts. And in that last blog post menu left rendering, we see a full array of sorted post, and all is visible on the screen. It means that blog post menu left is last finished rendering, because there is a two initial rendering and have two times rendering because of component did mount, because of use effect. And because of that, we see last part, what we see on the screen is a sorted list, descending sorted list, a result of use effect blog post menu left. It was rendering through code, through script, rendering about what I spoke, and it is 7 times what I explained. Rendering, React rendering, in this interesting simple application, but application what is a principle, it is a building block for every complicated application. Thank you for watching this video.